you need anything to drink? I think I'm good. Okay.
Now we can make hot chocolate.
Yeah, as soon as this
Good afternoon. Please rise for the arrival of His Honor, the Honorable Mike Savage, Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, and Her Honor, Mrs. Darlene Savage. Andrea?
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Urquhart, and I'm the Executive Director of Nova Scotia Talent Trust. Thank you all for being here with us today. We're so excited to be back for live events and to celebrate another special award ceremony. Thank you to all who are celebrating with us from home today, and thank you to Leaf Music for providing our live stream. Before we begin, we acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship. In the spirit of this peace and friendship treaty, we will continue to move forward together. The part of Mi'kma'ki known today as Nova Scotia is also home to over 50 African Nova Scotian communities whose culture, heritage, and histories have been and remain a key part of this province for more than 400 years. We honor those ancestors of African descent who came before us to this land. And now please join me in welcoming Olga Milosevic, our MC for the Special Award Ceremony 2025.
Thank you very much, Andrea. I have the great pleasure to be your host for today's event. The Talent Trust, as you know, is a charity that supports Nova Scotians who strive to become established artists in their chosen fields. As we acknowledge the hard work and outstanding talents of this year's recipients, we want to thank all of you for being with us this afternoon, and we are especially pleased to have your honors joining us today. To open today's ceremony, it is my great pleasure to introduce Samba Nova, Halifax's Brazilian-style samba batucada band. Let's put our hands together. Join me in welcoming Samba Nova. Wow, what a performance, huh? And if you're feeling a little sleepy, I woke you up, didn't it? That was astounding. Thank you very much, Samba Nova. I would now like to ask His Honor, the Honorable Mike Savage, Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, to present his greetings.
Thank you very much. I also acknowledge the land that we're on, Mi'kma'ki, 13,000 years, the Mi'kmaq people, and we honor the peace and friendship treaties. Ladies and gentlemen, Olga Milosevic, star CBC personality. I have seen her do so many events for the community, events like this, and it's always awesome to have her energy. So, Olga, thank you very much for all that you do, and particularly for the arts and culture. Distinguished guests, chair, honorary lifetime directors. I don't know, is that Lisa over there? Lisa Lachance, how are you? Nice to see you. I don't know if we have any former LGs who've all had a connection to this in the room, but I know a lot of them have a strong connection. Directors and members of the Nova Scotia Talent Trust, scholarship and award recipients, ladies, gentlemen, family and friends. That Samba Nova's pretty good too. Now, I happen to know they sometimes go out in the waterfront and play. You've probably seen them. And the most recent former mayor of Halifax was known to pick up a drum and play along with them. And they survived that, so you're never going to kill that band. They're amazing. As the King's representative in Nova Scotia and as honorary chair of the Nova Scotia Talent Trust, it's a great honor and a pleasure to join you for this afternoon's ceremony. À titre de représentant de roi Nouvelle-Écosse, et ton président d'honneur de Nova Scotia Talent Trust, c'est avec grand plaisir que je me joins à vous pour la cérémonie de cet après-midi. We gather to celebrate and honor the outstanding achievements of Nova Scotia's most promising artists. Today's recipients are being recognized with special awards which recognize that they have excelled in their chosen disciplines. Since its establishment in 1944, 81 years, the Nova Scotia Talent Trust has supported a multitude of emerging artists through scholarships in order to pursue opportunities and develop their craft in prestigious institutions in Canada and around the world. These artists, in turn, have shared their gifts with the wider world to enrich our cultural landscape. So to the recipients who are present today, allow Darlene and I to extend our warmest congratulations to each of you on your achievements, and to wish you all the best in your studies. I am certain that you will make significant contribution to the arts and by extension to your communities, whether you choose to establish your professional lives in Nova Scotia, which you should do, or in Canada, or anywhere else you go around the world. You will take a little bit of us with you and leave some of yourself with us. Whatever dream you pursue, know that this province and this country will be proud. So I want to thank the Trust Board of Directors and staff, as well as the Scholarship Selection Committee, for your ongoing commitment to our emerging artists and to the arts. The success of these artists is proof that an investment today ensures a strong, creative, and a vibrant society tomorrow. Je tiens à remercier les organisateurs et les bénévoles qui ont travaillé fort pour que les cérémonies soient un succès. Votre dévouement mérite grandement d'être souligné. Thank you for inviting Darlene and I to be part of today's event. Thanks as well to the library, which we've had since 2015, but sometimes take for granted. This is a place that people come together and it doesn't cost money. You just have to come in. And so I really love this building and all of our libraries across HRM, so thank you to them. Thank you to all of you for inviting us. We look forward to meeting you after the reception. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Walaliak.
Thank you very much, Your Honor, and thank you for those kind words of praise. And now, on a sad note, we pause to acknowledge the passing of Andrew David Terrace. and honorary lifetime director of the Nova Scotia Talent Trust. Andrew was a passionate advocate for the arts and a steadfast supporter of emerging talent here in our province. His leadership, generosity, and belief in artists have left a lasting impact on this organization and on the wider arts community. We are very grateful to his partner, Janice Jackson, for being with us today. And we now invite her to the podium to share a few words. Janice.
Thank you very much for having me. I will try not to cry, but I will take my glasses off because I can't read with them on. Andrew would be thrilled that you're celebrating his life in this way. In the last years, he sometimes felt that his legacy was in the past and that people had forgotten him, but it is obvious through the many people who've contacted him throughout his fight with pancreatic cancer that he was loved and remembered. For both of us, it's wonderful to know that people remember his contributions to the arts and culture in Nova Scotia, including to the Nova Scotia Talent Trust. Andrew's legacy began with being a glass artist. He was born in Albany, New York, and in the 1970s he moved to Cape Breton, and he was one of the first group, I guess, wave of Back to the Landers. So they lived in Pleasant Bay. They had a communal farm. There were 6 people, and they had a shop on the Cabot Trail called Sucks to Gloom, and they sold their glasswares at that store. After the group was disbanded, I guess they stayed together for 3 years. He stayed not in Pleasant Bay, but in Red River, even farther north, and lived with his partner, Regine Stowe, for 9 more years until the winters drove them out. And they moved to Halifax, and they created Terrace Stowe trademark, let's say, and they continued making their glass art locally, nationally, and internationally. Having said this, Andrew always felt that his artwork was ahead of its time and sometimes did not receive the appreciation that it deserved, but absolutely his art was beautiful and revolutionary. In the end, his partner Regine Stowe passed away, and his drive for making glass art subsided. In the next chapter of his life, Andrew became a fierce, and I mean fierce, arts advocate. This chapter of his life gave him great pride and much joy. He was the executive director of VANS, Visual Arts Nova Scotia. He wrote a landmark report through Arts Nova. That was a company that he had formed that led to the creation of the Nova Scotia Arts Council, for which his legislation was considered forward-thinking by every province in the country. After VANS, he became the executive director of the Nova Scotia Cultural Network, and he spearheaded the province's first cultural strategy, advocating passionately for the arts community. He also led a fiercely lively, influential public protest when the Arts Council was abruptly dismantled by the provincial government in 2002. Andrew and I met in 1999. In fact, he asked me to go to the symphony with him, and I was in a hurry and needed to get up to the Cohen really fast, so I go up on my rollerblades, because that's just what you do in Halifax, and I actually rollerbladed into the lobby of I think that's what made him fall in love with me, actually. I could see a lot of rolling eyes, but Andrew was like, ooh, that's hilarious. So, although our relationship had its struggles, Andrew never failed to support me and my career. He made my grant applications brilliant. He traveled with me many times when I sang internationally, including trips to China, Holland, Germany, France, Scotland, Vancouver, Toronto, and more. Andrew was always in the front row of my performances. How lucky was I? I believe many artists in this country could attest to the fact that Andrew savored every work, every stroke of the brush, every note, every gesture, and every sentence. Andrew had an insatiable interest in art of all forms. If there was an art opening, Andrew was there. Dance performance, Andrew sat up close and personal. Music, you bet, Andrew listened intently. He had a passion for the arts, politics, books, movies, gourmet food, cocktails, traveling, and never tired in sharing his ideas and sometimes controversial opinions. In later years, Andrew turned to photography and video, exploring the beauty of everyday objects and documenting live performances in dance, music, and theater. He also traveled widely, including trips to Morocco, Costa Rica, Berlin, and Amsterdam. Here is a quote from a friend of Andrew's, which actually sums Andrew's character up quite well, I think. Andrew was so much more interesting than most people, being a living resolution of opposites, both brash and thoughtful, charming and demanding, challenging and supportive. I am glad that we share history, and I will not forget him. In Andrew, I have lost a close friend, an admirer, a supporter, and a complex human who was always there when I needed a leg up. I am sure many of you who knew him would feel the same way. Thank you.
Beautifully said, Janice. I was a big fan of his and interviewed him on many an occasion. He was an amazing human being and an amazing supporter of the arts here in Nova Scotia. Thank you very much. Before we begin recognizing all the special awards recipients, let's take a moment to acknowledge the funders and recipients of this year's named scholarships. The Creative Nova Scotia Leadership Council, who support 5 scholarships available to artists across all disciplines. CN Halifax, who funded a scholarship in perpetuity open to artists of any discipline. 100+ Women Who Care Halifax for their support of 2 scholarships specifically for artists in the Halifax Regional Municipality. Hal Con Sci-Fi and Fantasy Association, who established a new scholarship in perpetuity. This scholarship for creatives in the sci-fi and fantasy space was awarded for the first time this year. Now, we would like to acknowledge all 77 Nova Scotia Talent Trust Scholarship recipients of 2025. Congratulations to each of you. Amazing array of talented young artists. I have to say that this year, Nova Voce established a new special award in honor of their founder, Terry Hurl. This award celebrates Terry's legacy and his remarkable contribution to choral music here in Nova Scotia. We are grateful for Nova Voce's commitment to supporting emerging artists, and I'd like to now welcome Nova Voce Board President Richard Gooch to say a few words. Richard.
Thank you. As president of Nova Voce, Nova Scotia's provincial men's choir, it is my distinct honor to introduce the Terry Hurl Nova Voce Special Award for excellence in lower range vocal performance. Nova Voce has established this award to honor the legacy of Terry Hurl, its founding artistic director, and to further its mission of nurturing vocal excellence across the province. When Terry Hurl founded Nova Voce in 2004, it was only the latest act in a career of musical innovation and choral direction. After training as a music educator in England, Terry, together with his wife, Stephanie, came to Nova Scotia in 1967, where he became deeply involved in the music scene. An educator, innovator, music director, composer, actor, and vocalist. There is hardly a choir in Halifax and Queens counties and beyond that hasn't felt his influence. In addition to being one of the co-founders of Nova Voce, Terry was the founding music director of such diverse groups as the Lakeport Male Choir, Liverpool Boys Choir, Halifax Boys Honour Choir, celebrating its 40th season this year, Queens County Community Choir, Nova Scotia Youth Chamber Choir, and 2 church handbell choirs. He was a past president and honorary life member of Nova Scotia Music Educators Association and vice president and board member of the Nova Scotia Choral Federation. Terry led Nova Voce from its founding in January 2004 until his retirement in December 2010. During his 7-year tenure with Nova Voce, he grew the choir from its infancy to performing at Canada Day celebrations in Ottawa. He composed and arranged many pieces for the choir, both before and after his retirement, and continued his work as director emeritus until very recently. Just a week ago, as Nova Voce's Christmas concert in the company of the Halifax Boys Honour Choir drew to a close, Terry's absence from the audience, his first in many years, was a sad reminder that he will no longer be the first to rise for the standing ovation. But as Pamela Burton, conductor of the Halifax Boys Honour Choir, has said, though Terry is no longer with us, his legacy of kindness, leadership, and passion for music will continue to inspire. Terry Hurl died in June of this year, but not before he was made aware of Nova Voce's plans to introduce a special award bearing his name, ensuring that his advocacy for the continued existence of traditional male voice choral music would live on. Nova Voce was founded on Terry's advocacy for tenor bass harmony as a core principle, and it remains Nova Voce's mission to continue his work. The $1,000 Terry Hurrell Nova Voce Special Award supports a full-time tenor or bass voice student entering their third or fourth year of a university-level music degree. And its recipient is selected by the NSTT's Independent Scholarship Selection Committee based on artistic merit and potential for a professional career in vocal music. It is my delight to introduce this award on behalf of Nova Voce and Terry Hurrell. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Richard. Yes, I knew Terry and I miss him dearly. He was an astounding human being who did so much for the choral community here in our province and beyond. He will remain with us forever. His beautiful spirit will remain with us forever. Would just like to mention on your program, you may see that we were supposed to have a vocal performance by singer Rylan Hislop. Unfortunately, Rylan got in touch with us just a little while ago to tell us that he can't be with us today due to the weather conditions. Do we have the thank you videos now?
Hello, my name is Lauren Suksom. I'm a Thai Nova Scotian writer from Masstown, currently living in Halifax in my 4th year of English and Creative Writing at Dalhousie and King's. I am honored to be awarded the 2025 RBC Emerging BIPOC Artist Award. This recognition is incredibly encouraging, not only for my writing career, but for other BIPOC storytellers who have been historically underrepresented, excluded, and erased. Thank you for this award.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn Law, and I'm so truly honored to receive the 2025 Robert George Jackson Award. This award means so much to me because it recognizes the dedication and potential in dance, values that have shaped who I am as both an artist and as a person. Knowing that this award was created in honor of Robert George Jackson, someone who loved and supported the arts so deeply, makes it even more meaningful. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to Daphne Cruikshank, the Jackson family, the NSTT board and donors, and to everyone who continues to support the arts in Nova Scotia. This support is what allows me to continue to grow, explore, and share dance with others. Once again, thank you so much for this incredible honor.
Hi, my name is Rylan Hislop, and I'm so honored to receive the Nova Voce Terry Hurrell Special Award. Musical theater has become more than something I love. It's a path I want to pursue. I'm committed to developing my craft and pushing myself to be the best performer I can be. This award will support my training and help me continue building the skills I need for a successful career in musical theater. Thank you so much for considering and selecting me for this award.
I'm Steph Hurley. I am a ceramic artist embedded in my Nova Scotia roots, where I'm also a member of the Nova Scotia Healthcare team. I'm working on a large sculptural landscape piece, which combines my interest in figurative sculpture and landscape form. I am the proud recipient of the 2025 Dr. Ron Stewart Special Award with the Nova Scotia Talent Trust, and I want to take this time to thank the supporters of this award. It is truly meaningful to me. It is an intersection of my life passions with Nova Scotia Healthcare as well as my artistic practice. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Dante Kierstead, and I am a drummer from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I'm currently in my 3rd year studying for my Bachelor of Music degree at the Fountain School of Performing Arts at Dalhousie University, and I am truly honored to be the 2025 recipient of the Judith A. Grant Special Award. I would like to thank my family for always being so supportive of me and my passion for music. I would also like to thank current and past music educators as well as musical peers for their continued support. And finally, I would just like to thank the Nova Scotia Talent Trust for selecting me to win this award. I am so grateful. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Brooke Mitchell. I am a soprano from Beaverbank, now living and studying in Toronto, and I am the 2025 recipient of the Sheila K. Piercy Legacy Award. I wanted to extend my sincerest thanks to the Talent Trust and to the late Sheila K. Piercy for always endeavoring to support emerging artists such as myself. I was also really honored to have been supported by the Talent Trust earlier this year to study at the Lunenburg Academy of Music Performance with Rochelle Yonk. That experience was incredible and has sparked my growth as a singer and artist in so many new ways. And it's with the Talent Trust that makes these kinds of things possible. And I wanted to extend my thank you. And lastly, I just wanted to say, though I did not know her myself, I am honored to have a footprint in Sheila K. Piercy's legacy. Thank you so much.
Weren't they amazing? Thank you very much, Lauren, Brooklyn, Rylan. Well, no, sorry, Rylan wasn't here. Oh, no, Rylan was here, sorry. I'm getting confused. Rylan, Steph, Dante, and Brooke. The Talent Trust was pleased to introduce another new special award this year, the Dr. Ron Stewart Special Award. It was established to honor Dr. Stewart's lifelong dedication to music education and his deep commitment to nurturing young talent. This award recognizes an emerging artist with a connection to health and wellness, as you heard. I'm pleased to now introduce this year's recipient, Steph Hurley, who will share a presentation of her work. Steph.
Thank you, Olga. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Steph Hurley, and it is an honor to speak with you today about my emerging practice as a ceramic artist. I've been studying at NSCAD since 2023, while continuing to work as a clinician with Nova Scotia Health. And my art explores what has long been important to me. I consider the human experience, how we make meaning of life, memories, and connections during our lifetime. I often work with figurative form and landform, and this feels very natural to me to integrate the two. So consider how we often attribute human traits, characteristics to inanimate objects, such as landforms. This is a phenomenon known as anthropomorphizing, and research suggests it's meant to, or it can evoke, caring and empathy, which is very important to me in my professional work and my artistic practice. Also, consider as well how humans for centuries have used rocks found in their natural setting to create structures and provide landmarks. And so in the middle, we're seeing a wall that is centuries old on one of the Camino routes in Spain. And on either side, we're looking at cairns. On the right, we're looking at a cairn, which is a memorial bound, sorry. And on the left, we're looking at a cairn, which is meant to provide direction. It's a landmark. Okay. My early work at NSCAD initially focused on exploration of form and color that was inspired by nature, and I was beginning to use materials to make water suspensions to finish my pieces. And I was looking to create pieces that my water washes allowed me to demonstrate earthy colors and organic colors. In this next slide, you are seeing my beginning work with figurative form, and in this piece entitled Pilgrims and Walls, I'm looking at figurative forms that are capturing memories and experiences that are ephemeral in nature within their beings. My pieces are also meant to be seen as individual, as working together with other pieces, and so you can see that the pilgrims themselves are individuals as well as a part of a collective that are making their way through an enclosed structure made with undulating walls. Often in my ceramic practice, I am working on concepts and working with pieces in parallel building. I like to create pieces that can be considered alone, as well as can interact with each other in expositions or shows. In this slide, I'm focusing on, sorry, I've lost my piece. I've been researching directly with experimenting how to add colors in my recent work to clay itself as opposed to using washes. On the right, you're seeing natural elements, metals that are used to color my clay, red iron oxide, copper oxide, and chromium. And on the left, you're able to see some of the color palettes that I've been creating with my clay, where I'm using 2 or 3 colors to then combine to make combinations of a range of colors so that I can choose from when I'm building. So it's almost like having a swatch of fabric when I go to build my pieces. My work is often influenced by my interest in landscape, and in these images we're seeing some of the colors, the patterns, the striations, and the layering from the Canadian shield. And here you can see how I'm beginning to experiment with these influences in my studio work. And so I'm using different methods and ways of combining color, form, and texture to create my pieces. These final slides are highlighting pieces from my recent body of work during my residency with the Lunenburg School of Arts. The focus of this work, entitled Bearings, has been my consideration of humanity and some of the complexities of living in our present-day world. I've been thinking about how we stand for what is meaningful, and I've been considering how our understanding of our position helps us to know where we are and where we are going. And I would argue that many of the people we are commemorating today lived a life that way. The concepts of landmarks is explored and continues to be very important to me, and I'm inviting consideration of our role to keep watch over each other and over this planet that we are living on, as well as considering that Mother Earth herself is perhaps keeping watch over our choices and our actions. Thank you for your time, and I would like to thank the NSTT for their generous support of my emerging practice and to congratulate all of my fellow recipients today. It is truly an honor to be celebrating with you. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Annika Murray. I'm 20 years old and in my 3rd year of university at Sheridan College. I currently study an honors bachelor in music theater, and I am so grateful to have been selected to be this year's RBC Emerging Artist, as well as an NSTT scholarship recipient. I am so thankful to the team at NS Talent Trust for providing me with this opportunity to continue to pursue my dreams every single day at school. I'm constantly inspired by my peers who always push me to be better, as I'm surrounded by the most talented group of kids, and I'm truly so privileged that every day I get to go into the classroom and pursue exactly what I want to be doing. This journey in becoming my own artist has been incredible, and I can't wait to continue to do so for the rest of my life. So thank you again, Nova Scotia Talent Trust. You guys are amazing.
Hello, this is Iraim Quiroz. I just want to say thank you to Nova Scotia Talent Trust for giving me the 2025 Raymond Simpson Award and for supporting the art and all the talented young artists of Nova Scotia. I also wanted to share that it was my pleasure to represent this province at the National Music Festival of Canada this year for the 2nd time in a row, playing a violin made in my adoptive town, Halifax. This is a rare copy of Stradivarius made between 1907 and 1909 by Alfred Barrett, an artist painter who in odd moments constructed violins, some of them being fair favorites of the Cremona violin of Stradivari, and winning some awards as a violin maker. And so, again, really grateful to Nova Scotia Talent Trust and blessings to everyone. And I will be working hard to improve my skills with the violin. So, thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Jenny Chen and I'm a pianist based in Halifax. I started my musical journey at the age of 5 and I'm currently studying with Miss Lynn Sedola. I am so honored to be awarded with this year's Peggy Corcoran Music Royale Legacy Award. It means so much to me to have my progress recognized, and I'd like to extend my deep gratitude to Barbara Butler, Music Royale, and Friends of Peggy Corcoran for their gratitude in making this possible. I'd also like to express my appreciation for the Nova Scotia Talent Trust for their invaluable support throughout the years. Thank you so much.
Dear Nova Scotia Talent Trust, Visual Arts Nova Scotia, and supporting community. To be considered for the Susan Wood Award is a great honor. Susan Wood was an immensely skilled artist, passionate instructor, generous mentor, and evidently a loving friend to all. I can only hope to become an artist and individual like Susan Wood, and it is a privilege to receive an award under her name. My practice focuses on figures in community, exploring autobiographical themes of neuroqueer and trans identity, love, and safe spaces. Nova Scotia Talent Trust's history and current efforts are a beautiful, vital part of our community, showing us love, support, and funding to further develop and enrich cultural vibrancy through and beyond our degrees. I feel incredibly honored to be a recipient of this award. Thank you so much for your support of my artistic and academic journey. I am immensely grateful for the continuous support from the Nova Scotia Talent Trust and for Visual Arts Nova Scotia presenting this gracious award in honor of the remarkable Susan Wood. Thank you all again for this incredible privilege.
Hello, my name is Kate Dietz, and I am so honored to be receiving the 2025 Portia White Award. Portia White was one of the best contraltos of the 20th century and the very first Nova Scotia Talent Trust scholarship recipient. I want to thank Dalhousie University's Music and Medicine program, which generously funds this award. I am deeply grateful to those at the Nova Scotia Talent Trust for their support in my studies in classical voice, and it is because of your generosity that I can continue to pursue my passion in opera here at McGill's Schulich School of Music. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Alex Yang. I am 17 years old, and I am right now studying at the Juilliard Pre-College program in New York City, where I also happen to be filming this right now. I want to thank the Nova Scotia Talent Trust as well as Dr. James Burchill for designating me the 2025 James Burchill Award. This award is very special to me because it provides me a powerful motivator to continue pursuing my passion for music and the arts, but also serves as an affirmation for me that I am on the right track, so I will continue trying to refine my musical hearing abilities and also expand my repertoire and technical capabilities. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, Anika, Irain, Jenny, Andy, Kate, and Alex. I would now like to welcome the Nova Scotia Talent Trust Board Chair, Susan Hanrahan, to the podium to give her remarks. Susan.
Thank you, Olga. Your Honors, esteemed guests, scholarship and special award recipients, members of the Talent Trust, family, and friends. My name is Susan Hanrahan, and I am honored to serve as chair of the Board of Directors for the Nova Scotia Talent Trust. This year, we celebrate our 81st year of supporting emerging artists across Nova Scotia, more than 8 decades of commitment to nurturing artistic excellence in our province. The Talent Trust provides scholarships to exceptional artists pursuing careers in music, film, theater, dance, visual arts, and literary arts. I am delighted that so many of you could join us today, and I extend my warmest congratulations to all of our scholarship and award recipients. In 2025, we awarded $182,000 in scholarships, along with an additional $40,000 in special awards being presented today, more than $222,000 directly supporting emerging Nova Scotian artists. Yes. As has been mentioned, this year has brought exciting growth to our scholarship and awards program. In 2025, we were thrilled to welcome a new named scholarship and 2 new special awards, the Halcon Scholarship and the Nova Voce and Dr. Ron Stewart Special Awards. These new additions reflect not only the Talent Trust's commitment to supporting the wide range of artistic talent emerging in Nova Scotia, but also the generosity and vision of our sponsors, whose support makes these opportunities possible. In addition to Nova Voce and Halcon, the Nova Scotia Talent Trust would like to acknowledge the generous contributions of Arts Nova Scotia, the Nova Scotia Department of Communities, Culture and Heritage, the Nova Scotia Arts Endowment Fund, the Craig Foundation, the Creative Nova Scotia Leadership Council, CN Community Fund, the Writers' Federation of Nova Scotia, our website sponsor, Immediacy, the estate of Judith A. Grant, and the NSTT Foundation. Thank you, too, to those who made today's event possible: Leaf Music for audiovisual and live stream support, Eastlink Community TV for broadcasting today's ceremony, our venue sponsor, Halifax Central Library, and our MC, Olga Milosevic. I would also like to recognize our award sponsors, whose generosity directly impacts the artists we celebrate today. The Dalhousie Medical Humanities HEALS Program, Charlotte Wilson Hammond, Visual Arts Nova Scotia, the late Dr. James Burchell, Janice Merritt Fleming, the family of Kenneth Ellaway, Barbara Butler and Musique Royale, the family of Raymond Simpson, Daphne Crookshanks, Sheila K. Piercy, the family and friends of Sheila Mackenzie, the family and friends of Susan Wood, Marion Quinn, Nova Voce, Halcon, and our many individual donors. On behalf of the board and today's recipients, thank you all. We also extend our gratitude to the members of the Scholarship Selection Committee, whose thoughtful review and dedication make this work possible. Thank you, too, to our Executive Director, Andrea Urquhart, and Scholarship Coordinator, Jackie Dowling, whose work ensures the smooth running of our programs. And my sincere thanks goes to the Board of Directors, whose commitment and teamwork inspire the Talent Trust's continued growth and success. And now to the artists we are here to celebrate. Being an artist means daring to imagine, to create, and to share your vision with the world. Each of you brings something rare and valuable to your craft, and your work inspires and uplifts everyone around you. Continue to pursue your passions with confidence and curiosity, knowing that your artistic voice matters. We are privileged to welcome His Honor, the Honorable Michael Savage, to his first Special Awards ceremony as the Talent Trust's new Honorary Chair. Your support for the arts and for emerging talent across Nova Scotia means so much to us, and we look forward to this new chapter of our partnership. On behalf of the Board of Directors, staff, and recipients of the Nova Scotia Talent Trust, we thank you. And now I invite His Honor to present this year's special awards. The Portia White Award, named after the first Nova Scotia Talent Trust Scholarship recipient, is awarded to someone with exceptional commitment and potential in voice. Portia White was supported by the Talent Trust from 1944 to 1947 while studying voice in New York, where she embarked on an illustrious career. The award is funded by Dalhousie University's Music in Medicine and Humanities HEALS program. This year's recipient from Halifax is classical vocalist Kate Dietz. Kate couldn't be here today, so her mother, Gina Patterson, will accept the award on her behalf. The Charlotte Wilson Hammond Visual Arts of Nova Scotia Award is awarded to a recipient who shows exceptional commitment and potential in the field of visual arts. The award is made possible by Charlotte Wilson Hammond, former Talent Trust board member and now honorary lifetime member, and Visual Arts Nova Scotia. This year's recipient from Bedford is visual artist Rahad Ghazal. The Dr. Ron Stewart Award, established by the Talent Trust in 2025, is awarded to an emerging artist in any discipline with a connection to health and wellness. This award honors the contributions of Dr. Ron Stewart to the Talent Trust, Dalhousie Music and Medicine, and to the arts community. The first recipient of this special award is visual artist Steph Hurley. The Dr. James Burchell Award was established in 2019 by former Talent Trust recipient and accomplished organist and choral conductor, Dr. James Burchell. This award is presented annually to an organist, choral, or instrumental conductor, or a music or voice student showing exceptional potential. This year's recipient is pianist Alex Yang from Bedford. The Janice Merritt Fleming Award is awarded to a recipient who shows exceptional commitment and potential in dance. Janice Fleming served on the Talent Trust's board for 23 years while making significant contributions within the dance community. This year, the award is presented to contemporary dancer Katrina Wallet from Middle Sackville. Katrina isn't able to be with us today, so her father Kevin will accept the award on her behalf. The Judith A. Grant Award, established in our 80th year, 2024, through a generous bequest received in 2023, is awarded to a Judith A. Grant bursary recipient who shows exceptional commitment and potential in music. The recipient of this award is drummer Dante Kierstead from Halifax. The Kenneth Elloway Award is awarded to a recipient who shows exceptional commitment and potential in classical orchestral conducting or composition, choral music conducting or composition, classical vocal or instrumental performance. This year's recipient from Bedford is composer Jeremy Boudreau. Jeremy could not be here today, so his father Jean-Claude Boudreau will accept the award on his behalf. The Terry Hurrell Nova Voce Award, newly established in 2025 to honor the legacy of Terry Hurrell, Nova Voce's founding artistic director, and to further its mission of nurturing vocal excellence across the province. This award will support a tenor or bass vocal student with the talent and potential for a professional career in vocal music. The first recipient of this award is Rylan Hislop from Abercrombie, Pictou County, and we're sorry that Rylan couldn't be with us today to accept his award. The Peggy Corkum Musique Royale Legacy Award was established in 2019 in memory of Peggy Corkum by Barbara Butler, Artistic Director of Musique Royale. This award will be presented annually to the pianist who, among all others, shows the greatest artistic potential and excellence. This year's recipient from Halifax is Jenny Chen. The Raymond Simpson Award, named in memory of Raymond Simpson, opera singer and longtime secretary for the board of the Talent Trust, is awarded to a recipient who shows exceptional commitment and potential in music as an instrumentalist. This year's recipient from Halifax is Irain Kiras. The Robert George Jackson Award was established in 2011 by Daphne Cruikshanks in memory of her husband, Robert Jackson, who loved the arts. It is awarded to a Talent Trust recipient who shows exceptional commitment and potential in dance. This year's recipient from Halifax is ballet and contemporary dancer Brooklyn Law. Brooklyn cannot be here today, so her mother, Cheryl Law, will accept the award on her behalf. Oh, you're not Cheryl. The Emerging BIPOC Artist Award was established in 2021 by the RBC Emerging Artist Project. It is presented annually to a Black, Indigenous, or person of color artist who shows exceptional commitment and potential as an artist. This year's recipient from Masstown, Colchester County is writer Lauren Suxum. The Emerging Artist Award was established in 2012 by the RBC Emerging Artist Project. It is awarded to the recipient who, among all others, has completed initial studies and shows exceptional commitment and professional potential as an artist. This year's recipient from Greenhill, Pictou County is musical theater student Annika Murray. Sheila K. Piercy Award was established through a generous bequest from accomplished soprano, teacher, and mentor Sheila K. Piercy after her passing in 2019. This award will be presented to a recipient who shows exceptional commitment and potential in the field of voice. This year's recipient from Beaverbank is opera student Brooke Mitchell. The Sheila Mackenzie Award was established in memory of filmmaker and former Talent Trust board member Sheila Mackenzie by her family and friends. This award is presented to a recipient that shows exceptional commitment and potential in filmmaking. This year's recipient, from Bedford, is film production student Liz Shmuilov. Liz is not able to be here today, so her parents Igor and Inna will accept the award on her behalf. The Susan Wood Award was established by Visual Arts Nova Scotia and family and friends in memory of accomplished visual artist, teacher, and mentor Susan Wood after her passing in 2018. This award will be presented to a Talent Trust Scholarship recipient who shows exceptional commitment and potential in the field of visual arts in printmaking, painting, or drawing. This year's recipient is visual artist Andy Syme from Hansport. Andy is not able to be here today, so their mother Bertina will accept the award on their behalf. I'm being told that perhaps Bertina also is a victim of today's weather. We'll make sure that the absent folk get their awards. The Yu Lee and Marion Kuo Award is given to a recipient who shows exceptional commitment and potential in music as an instrumentalist. The award is made possible by Marion Kuo and Earl Wadden to recognize Marion's father, Yu Lee Kuo. This year's winner from Lakeside is pianist Maggie Wu. The Lieutenant Governor's Talent Trust Award is awarded to the recipient who, among all others, demonstrates exceptional commitment and potential to become an established artist. It was created over 2 decades ago with the support of the Honorable Myra A. Freeman, the former Lieutenant Governor, and continued with the term of the Honorable Mayan E. Francis, the Honorable J.J. Grant, the Honorable Arthur J. LeBlanc, and to this day, under the tenure of His Honor, the Honorable Mike Savage. The award was established to recognize the support and encouragement of the Lieutenant Governor, who serves as the Talent Trust's honorary chair. This year's recipient from Hammonds Plains is spoken word poet Damini Owega.
Thank you so much, Susan, and Your Honor. That was wonderful. Congratulations as well to all the special award winners. That was just a wonderful presentation. We now will have the opportunity to enjoy a spoken word performance by one of our wonderful special award winners, Damini Owega. Damini.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for having me here today. I want to begin by greeting and acknowledging their honors, the mayor and his wife, and also to thank Elle Jones, who is here today as well. Could we give her a round of applause? She is an influential part in how my poetry journey actually started, so she has a really dear place in my heart. As well as my mom is here today with us, and the support of my family has been very impactful for my whole journey with poetry, with music, and creation. And I'd also like to acknowledge my music teacher, who I just started working with, Nicole Jordan, from the Fountain of Arts at Dalhousie. So the poem that I'll be sharing today is called Starlight, and it was written about how each person is a star and how when we shine, that's that starlight that's shining. So this is my poem, Starlight. I tend to get nervous sometimes, so I want to start by just doing something really absurd or just wild just to kind of get comfortable. Okay, now I'm comfortable. Okay. Wipe those wide eyes, look up at Orion skies, million miles long is my vision for you. Quiet that wild mind, it's all by design, and you'll find all the colors inside. There's a sun on the horizon, sweet baby. Even when you're hiding, you're brighter, you're brighter. Yeah, it's not what it seems. Love is everywhere. You want it to be free. Starlight follows you. Fear is make-believe. It's not what it seems. Do you hear about the people written in the stars? The ones who shine like starlight, vast as night, brilliant with bright possibilities. Do you see how they glisten in excellence? Their light is steady. Their achievements are loud, even when the universe tries to spin past them, tries to forget them, tries to dim them. Still they rise, still they burn, still they shine, reaching new heights, surpassing limits. Starlight. You are starlight. Do you feel it when you walk and when you move, when you walk into a room, it rearranges around you? Gravity moves, light travels, planets dazed. Your presence shifts gravity. You are in a stage of becoming all that you are meant to be. Look around you. If you pause, you will see it. You will feel it, his starlight, her starlight, their starlight. This echo of excellence, a light that lingers in the air, a light that cannot coexist in darkness, a light that shines so prevalently it's blinding, and that's okay. Some will not be able to look at you. Your glow is ancestral, ancient, and cosmic. Starlight. When you look at the sky at night, do you see the starlight? Do you feel it as it follows you? Constellations embedded in the sky, they exist beside the Big Dipper and Cassiopeia. The trailblazers who came before, carving pathways through the night. Legends whose stories and names became lessons, lessons that became legacy. Do you see them? Do you feel those who widen the sky, breaking it open for you to walk through and shine, for you to take hold of your education and add it to your light? They pave the way, providing you with all you need to succeed, expanding, not to overshadow you, but to hold you, to lift you, to propel you forward. Constellations are not born. They are assembled. Stars may spark into being. They grow and expand, but you will not diminish. You are starlight. Not the kind that flickers, but the kind that travels, takes years to arrive. The kind that survives distance and darkness and lands and stands here before us today. You are bright and undeniable. You are the constellation that those who come after will follow to navigate their own becoming. You are tomorrow's light breaking into today, starlight. Wipe those wide eyes, look up at Orion skies, million miles long is our vision for you. Quiet that wild mind, it's all by design, and you'll find all the colors inside. There's a sun on the horizon, sweet baby. Even when you're hiding, you're brighter, you're brighter. Yeah, it's not what it seems. Love is everywhere, you want it to be free. Starlight follows you, fear is make-believe. It's not what it seems. My second poem is called Gems, and it was actually written for a performance that I organized and curated for Nocturne. I believe it was 2024, and it was called Through Our Eyes. And the exhibition or the performance was to kind of show how youth view the world and how we exist within the microcosm of our communities. So here's Gems. Voilà, 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 voilà qui je suis, regarde-moi. Voilà, 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 voilà qui je suis, regarde-moi. Voilà, voilà, voilà. Voilà, voilà, voilà. We are gems, wonders to behold, planted in the softest and hardest parts of this world, but we manage to grow under pressure. Call it impossible, call it evolution, magic, or change, we are gems. Veiled in earth's embrace, talents nestled in hidden soils, awaiting discovery. Deep and profound, following intuition, quartz, lavender, and jade, call it renewal. Call it wisdom. Call it healing or transformation, we are gems. Shaped by time and experience, forged in quiet meditation, gaining layers and texture, each facet a story, each groove a revelation. Call it self-love, call it evolution, resilience, or enlightenment. We are gems, occupying earth's soil in abundance, reflecting light from within, crafted by our own individual journeys, each of us in our own stage of becoming. A testament to enduring beauty. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Sometimes gems crack under pressure. Call it transformation. Call it breakthrough. Call it rebirth or brilliance. We are gems, wells of untapped potential emerging from the shadows, unveiling the beauty and the power that lies beneath. When allowed the space to gather, we become an untamed force, adding minerals of light and newness to our world. Call it paradox. Call it foreshadowing, balance, or grace. We are gems in a constant state of transformation, trying to take root in uneven soils refined by the heat of change. Call it turbulence, call it uncertainty, destiny, or growth. We are gems, wonders to behold, planted in the softest and hardest parts of this world. But we manage to grow under pressure. Call it impossible, call it evolution, magic, or change. Voilà, 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 voilà qui je suis, regarde-moi. Voilà, 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 voilà qui je suis, regarde-moi. Voilà, voilà, voilà. Voilà, voilà, voilà. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Devani Oega, and it is an honor to be awarded the 2025 Lieutenant Governor Award. Thank you so much to the donors of this award and the funders and supporters. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Woodrow, and I'm the 2025 recipient of the Kenneth Ellaway Award. I do a lot of work as a creative and a composer, whether it's in the sector of writing, composing, or producing, or really just creating lots of new works and compositions. And so to receive this award, it's really a warm, wonderful piece of encouragement to me and my career. I just want to extend a heartfelt piece of gratitude to the Nova Scotia Talent Trust, as well to Kenneth Ellaway and the Ellaway family for sustaining these kinds of awards and helping artists like myself grow and to progress. At the same time, it's a little bittersweet. I can't be with you all today. I'm actually here in Toronto, actually at UFT. I'm pursuing my master's in music technology, and this is the control room of the electronic music studio. So unfortunately, I can't be with you all, but at the same time, the silver lining here is the fact that I'm receiving this award at all. It just allows me to be here and to pursue these goals and these aspirations I have with my career. So that's a really special thing, and I'm really grateful for it. So thank you, and be well. God bless.
Hello, my name is Katrina Ouellette, and I want to say how deeply grateful I am to Janice Merritt Fleming for this incredible award, and to the entire Nova Scotia Talent Trust team for believing in me every step of the way. Your support has meant more than words can express. It's given me the confidence to keep chasing my dreams and continue growing as an artist. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for seeing something in me and for helping make this journey possible.
Hello, I'm Rahad Ghazal, and I'm currently a first-year student at Dalhousie University pursuing architecture. I won the 2025 Charlotte Wilson Hamad Award. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Maggie Wu. I am 13 years old and I have been playing piano for 6 years. I am so grateful for all the support I have received from Nova Scotia Talent Trust throughout the year. I am so honored to be the 2025 recipient of the Yue and Marion Kuo Award. I'd like to express my gratitude to Marion Kuo and Earl Wadden for all their support. It helps me pursue my musical journey as I study with Professor Lynn Stadola. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Liz Shmoilov. I'm a filmmaker, writer, director from Nova Scotia, but I'm currently studying at Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, California. And the way I was able to do this is thanks to Nova Scotia Talent Trust and the Sheila Mackenzie Award. And I just want to say a huge thank you for giving me this opportunity to use these facilities and the resources here. As you can tell, I'm on the sound stage at Art Center, and it's just been an incredible opportunity, and I'm so thankful to Sheila Mackenzie and the whole team at Nova Scotia Talent Trust. So thank you again.
Thank you so much. Damini, Jeremy, Dahad, Katrina, Maggie, and Liz. Now for our final performance today, please join me in welcoming Alex Yang, who at just 9 years old was once, as you heard earlier, the Talent Trust's youngest scholarship recipient. Now 16 years old and an exceptionally talented musician, we are thrilled to welcome him to close out this year's ceremony with Chopin Preludes Opus 28, numbers 19 to 24. Wow, what a performance. Talk about ending on a high note. Watch this young man. He's going to make it on the international stages of the world with his extraordinary piano ability. That was a stellar performance. Thank you very much for treating us to that today. Thank you so much, Alex. As we conclude our ceremony, it is our pleasure to invite you to remain for the reception, which will be held right here behind those black curtains. The tables are hidden. So come and enjoy some lovely treats. Also, we have, 15, 16, 17 more minutes. The online auction over there at that table will be closing at 4 o'clock. So if you are interested, you still have 16 minutes to go over and view the beautiful items that are available and make your bids. I would also like to request that all scholarship recipients who are with us, special award winners and their representatives, to come down to the stage for photos immediately following this ceremony. On behalf of the Talent Trust, I would like to thank all of you for coming this afternoon and for helping us honor all of the 2025 Talent Trust scholarship recipients and special award recipients. I would also like to thank you, your honors, for joining us today in celebrating these exceptional young artists and presenting the special awards. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite you to rise for the departure of His Honor, the Honorable Mike Savage, Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, and Her Honor, Darlene Savage. Yep, thanks.